my channel. If you're new here, then welcome. And if you didn't know, I have a book I do, Virtuous Wildflowers, Learning to Lead Through the Eyes of a Teen. It's available now and on Amazon, link in the description box below. Okay guys, so for this video, it's going to be super duper simple, but I'm very excited about it. I'm going to be reading the first 2 chapters of my book just so you guys can get a feel of what it's about and what it means to be a virtuous wildflower. So if you didn't know, my book, Virtuous Wildflowers, Learning to Lead Through the Eyes of a Teen, is a non-fiction specifically written for Teen YL, people who are new to essential oils, new to young living essential oils specifically. People that want to know more about ditching and switching. Why should I ditch? What am I switching to? And I give you all those important deets. I also give an introduction to young living as a business and network marketing as a whole. And I also give a bunch of social media tips and marketing 101 and how to edit your pictures and videos to post online for best marketing things when it comes to marketing young living and yourself and your brand. So that's what this book is about. If it sounds interesting to you and you are interested and want to learn more, link is in my description box below. Starting with our introduction. Hello world, I am Abigail Sapp and I will be your guide as we conquer this crazy world of healthy living together. Aren't you just so excited? I know I am, and I'm beyond happy that you decided to pick up this book and join me on this journey. Let me give you a few facts about me so we can get to know each other a little bit better. Number 1, if you're reading this in 2020 when I wrote and published this, I am 16 years young. I'm kind of obsessed with my cat, Sage Mountain. Yeah, okay, a lot obsessed with my cat. I'm an avid reader. I love reading Sweeney contemporary young adult books. I'm a homeschooled high school graduate. I love, with a capital L, writing books, and this will be my very first nonfiction. I am really enjoying morning yoga. I find it to be very therapeutic. I'm in love with ballet, classical music, and opera. I have not 1 but 2 YouTube channels, one where I share my life with you guys in all things savvy minerals and young living. This one right here, and the other one is for all things books, reading, and writing. I call it a booktube channel. I aspire to be a part-time wedding planner someday. Don't you just love? I'm currently around 5'6" in height and probably won't get any taller. I have blue eyes and horrible vision, so I wear big glasses with thick cobalt blue rims. So spunky. My natural hair color is a dirty blonde, but I love having it dyed all purple. I think it perfectly represents what I look and feel like on the inside, though my blonde hair perfectly matches what I seem like on the outside. I love experimenting with different hair and makeup looks, another thing I find to be very therapeutic, and I love, all capitals intended, young living essential oils. So did that help you get to know me a little bit better? I hope so. Anyway, I have a deep passion for writing and reading books. I've never seen such a book like this one, and I am honored to be the first to write something like this. In this book, I will be sharing me, okay? My thoughts, my personality, my input, my attitude, the true, hippie, fun, authentic me that you would meet in person or see on YouTube, Instagram, or Facebook. I try my hardest to never be something I am not on any social media or author platform. I am me. What you see or read in this case is what you get. I will never portray something I am not to gain viewers, more likes, more subscribers, more readers, or other people's approval or validation. This is me, so take it or leave it. Okay people, so then right after that we go into part 1, which is where chapter 1 is going to begin with becoming a virtuous wildflower. But first I would like to read this to you guys. Okay, so mirror, mirror on the wall, I'll always get up after I fall, and whether I run, walk, or have to crawl, I'll set my goals and achieve them all. Say this to yourself every day as you look in the mirror. People often say that motivation doesn't last, but neither does bathing. That's why we have to do it every day. Practice makes better, and it will always be progress over perfection. Becoming a virtuous wildflower, and what does that mean? I'm just a human being trying to make it in a world that is very rapidly losing its understanding of what it means to be human. John Trudeau. Virtuous, an adjective, meaning having or showing high moral standards. Wildflower, a noun, meaning a flower of an uncultivated variety or a flower growing freely without human intervention. By definition, a wildflower is a flower that grows freely, resiliently, and beautifully. Wildflowers find themselves growing anywhere. They grow in the most unlikely of places, even in the darkest of night. They find any cracks and crevices that will allow them to sprout up, and they do just that. Angela Choi. So what does it mean to be virtuous? And how do I do that? Well, let's dig deep into the meaning of virtue so we can gain a better understanding of how we can be a virtuous wildflower and why. Sound like a plan? Okay, so virtue, by definition, is the amazing moral excellence of a human being. Morally excellent people have a good character built up of good virtues, right? They are honest, of pure heart, mind, and soul, courageous, respectful, kind, and forgiving. Your virtues, like essential oils, need to be cultivated to become more ubiquitous in your life. Ubiquitous meaning appearing or found everywhere in your life. But to have good virtues, like the ones listed above, one must work at it. In other words, you need to create good habits of doing such things for those prominent virtues to come out and shine through. Nothing comes easy, and neither does being considered a virtuous person. The word, or rather the complement that is virtuous, is like the word good, but with a shining halo. If you call someone or someone calls you virtuous, that is saying that that person, or you in this case, is living to high moral standards. The ideal virtuous human being is not an unrealistic fool, a serial liar, or someone with unreasonable idealism. Okay, that was a mouthful. A virtuous person, as Aristotle would say, has practical wisdom. The ideal virtuous human being is streetwise and savvy and sets the example by demonstrating authenticity and authority while remaining uncaring of what haters think. So how can we become a wildflower? Let's talk about what that means for a hot second, starting with a quote from Nikki Rowe. Like a wildflower, she spent her days allowing herself to grow. Not many knew of her struggle, but eventually all knew of her light. So what does it mean to be a wildflower? Well, like the Google definition of the word wildflower, it means to sprout up in unique places and grow freely without human intervention. But that's for the actual wildflower itself. So what does it mean to be a human wildflower? Any guesses? Maybe? No? Kinda? Okay. Well, a human wildflower is someone who grows and grows in life without a care in the world of what people think. A human wildflower is someone whose strength shines, because human wildflowers are strong. They grow where they are, not caring where that may be, and survives without needing anyone to tend to them. Just wild, free, and independent. So what is a virtuous wildflower? How can we become one and why? Let me tell you. Today's reality: big house, small family, more education but less common sense, advanced medicine but poor health, touched moon but neighbors unknown, high income but less peace of mind, high IQ but less emotions, good knowledge but less wisdom, and finally, lots of human beings but less humanity, author unknown. Have you ever thought of the real meaning of the word humanity? Until today, I hadn't really either, so let me share it with you. Humanity is the human race, which includes everyone on Earth. It's also a word for the qualities that make us human, such as the ability to love and have compassion, to be creative and not be a robot or alien. The word humanity is from the Latin humanatas, for human nature and kindness, also author unknown. So wouldn't you agree with me that the world as a whole needs more of that? More humanity and human nature, more love, compassion, and creativity, and less emotionless robots? You guys, we live in a nasty and negative world today, but we are the next generation. It is our job and our duty to restore the faith in humanity. If we don't do it, then who will? If we don't do it now, then when will it happen? If we don't do it, then what hope does it give for the next generation after us? None! So how do we do it? How do we change the world by restoring humanity? Well, we have to have patience and diligence and self-discipline and work on becoming virtuous wildflowers. Final definition: a woman or man with good virtues such as compassion, kindness, forgiveness, a pure heart, mind, and soul, courageousness, and respect that stands on his or her own without caring of what others will think, and shows their strength by outstanding modern society standards of success or a life well lived. All of that is a virtuous wildflower. That's how this ties in. The world is out of them. The world has crushed all of the virtuous wildflowers. Today's social media has crushed them. But we can rise up. We can lift each other up and rise together like the amazing virtuous wildflowers we are. We don't need approval from anyone else. We don't need validation that what we're doing to change the world is okay, and to change generations is okay, because no matter what anyone else says, you can change the world. You will change the world. We will. But you can't change the world we live in with only one person. One person can toss a stone in the water and make it ripple. But it takes a huge tribe to all toss in stones and make the water shake and move and change. Virtuous wildflowers are loving, compassionate, and creative, not emotionless robots or aliens. We are the exact definition of humanity. And the world is losing its humanity. People are losing their faith and trust in God and in themselves. They do what others do because they either, one, don't know what to do anymore, or two, or two are too afraid to go out and do their own thing with the fear of rejection and not being wanted or liked by society's current standards and success. But imagine if all of us, if all of your friends and family members and all of their friends and families were diligent enough and were so in touch with their own emotions that they worked on themselves for the good and became the definition of virtuous wildflowers. We would shake the world in a positive way, in a big way. Too many things are shaking the world in a negative way, but we could be the positive that shines through. And hey, being positive in a negative situation is not naive, it's leadership. Another good thing that the world is lacking. Why should we do all this work on ourselves and become virtuous wildflowers in a world full of bright red roses? Because the world is full of bright red roses. Are you catching my drift here? The world needs more of us, more individuality, more creativity, and more of you. Think about it this way. Every year on Valentine's Day or for anniversaries, red roses are given. They are the most expensive, but they are the most common. You expect to receive that kind of flower because it's the Valentine's Day thing. It may be surprising to receive a bouquet of wildflowers freshly picked that are found in the most random places for free because it's out of the norm. Different, I know, but I would much rather receive a bouquet of wildflowers than a bouquet of red roses. They're gorgeous, sure, but everybody gets those. After a while, they're no longer that special and are just that thing to do because it's what everyone else still gives and receives. Make sense? Okay, changing direction here just for a dash of inspiration and to end the video on a very positive and light note. You can do anything you want in life. Seriously, you guys. You can become a wedding planner, an artist, a lawyer, a singer, a performer, a doctor, a motivational speaker, an entrepreneur, anything. And when you do it as the amazing wildflower you are. Stand tall, be fearless, be kind, be respectful, and all the amazing things that make up a true virtuous wildflower, and toss that stone in the water to make it ripple. You can do it, and I'm right next to you doing the same. That concludes the introduction and chapter 1 of Virtuous Wildflowers, Learning to Lead Through the Eyes of a Teen. Did you like what you heard? If you did, the link to purchase my book is in the description box below, and I will see you guys very, very soon. Thanks for tuning in.